Our next speaker is Senator Henry Marsh. Senator Marsh is a lawyer and politician. In 1977, Mr. Marsh was elected by the City Council of the City of Richmond to be the first African-American mayor of the city. Since 1991, he was elected to the Senate of Virginia and currently represents the 16th District. Please join me in welcoming him.
Good evening. I left another banquet about a half an hour ago to come here, and I wanted to come because I wanted to thank those persons who were responsible for my first trip to Turkey. I said first trip because it won't be my last. I had a wonderful time. I traveled with 8 or 10 people, members of the Senate and members of the House that I've been working with for years, but never really got to know. And during this trip, I got to know firsthand that the folks that I thought were bad weren't so bad after all. And I hope they found the same thing true about me. I'd been extremely busy before I went to Turkey. I really needed a break. And the schedule that we were on didn't give me much of a break, but I didn't mind. I had a lot of fun. They say that knowledge is power. And I learned so much in those 10 or 11 days that I really wanted to go back. I didn't really want to leave. One of the most exciting parts of my trip was actually to look at Turkey. What a beautiful, architecturally and beautiful country it is. Istanbul is amazing. It had more people in that one city than we have in the whole state of Virginia. But it's a relatively small area. And somehow or another they managed to move around and function properly. One of the highlights of my trip was visiting with families in Turkey. We were taken into the homes and treated to meals with the whole family. And it was very impressive. Interestingly, the problems of what happens to elderly people when they get a little bit advanced in age is not a problem in Turkey, because in every home we visited, the elder was a part of the family. And that was a very healthy situation. Apparently in this country, a lot of times we ship elderly people off to a nursing home or something to get them out of their home, but in Turkey, in almost every case, the elder member of the family was there participating and loved and supported by members of the family. It's something that we can learn from the Turkish people. The business community, we met with many business persons and talked to them about their businesses, and a lot of them are interested in doing business with the United States. We visited educational institutions, K-12 education, institutions of higher learning, and they are very advanced in Turkey. As a matter of fact, sometimes, in some situations, the students were far more advanced than their counterparts here in the United States. I think one of the main highlights, though, was visiting the historical areas, the places that I read about in the Bible and studied about, to actually see them in person and witness them. And a lot of the stories that I had learned came to life as I visited some of those historical sites. They had exquisite hotels. The architecture was magnificent. The rivers were nice. We think we have something special in the James River, a river which bisects our city, but that's nothing compared to the rivers in Turkey. So obviously I was really impressed. And one of the main things that I came away with was a feeling that the people are basically friendly. And I was treated with friendship and courtesy everywhere I went. I noticed that there's the primary religion practice is Islam in many places. And when I got back to this country, I went out to California for my son's wedding. the young lady that he was marrying was a Muslim, and he became a Muslim before he got married. So it was a Muslim wedding. I spent about 10 days with the family and their friends, and I'm intrigued that this is something that I really want to know more about. So that was my first trip to Turkey, and I want to thank those persons responsible for it and urge you to let me know when the next trip is possible. Some of my colleagues had visited Turkey before, and they told me it was exciting, but it wasn't like it was when I actually saw it for myself. So I want to commend this organization for its efforts to bring people together. And I'm a convert, I'm a fan. If you need somebody to talk about the program, call on me. If you need somebody to go on the next trip, let me know. I can't wait to get there. I have some photographs which were taken on the trip, and I treasure those, and they'll have to do until I get the opportunity to travel again. One other thing that made me feel comfortable. When I was early in my public life, I got an opportunity to help the establishment of Virginia Commonwealth University. There were two institutions, Richmond Professional Institute and Medical College, Virginia. And I was mayor, and I was asked to assist the merger of those two organizations because division would be something that would be much better than the sum of the two parts. The city manager at the time tried to urge me not to do it. He said, you know, they'll be closing streets, they'll be inconveniencing people and all that. And I thought he was crazy saying something like that, because creating a great education institution is something that's benefit any community. Now, Virginia Commonwealth University is the largest and one of the most impressive institutions in Virginia and on the East Coast. And I'm proud that I played a small role in making it possible. And I look forward to assisting them. I've only been in public office 47 years. And during my next 47 years, I'm going to do what I can to help make VCU wonderful. Thank you.